Okie dokie! Today we are going to do a brown smoky eye with a very classic red lip. Really reminds me of like the 50s and just like something super classic. You can wear it out in holidays, what have you. Alright, we're going to keep dancing for a second. Alright, so here I'm going to take my concealer and prime my eyes. I'm using the Kat Von D Light 5, and then I'm going to blend that out with the Morphe Beauty Sponge. It's a little too big for this project, but it's all I could find. Alright, going into the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, we're going to take white chocolate and use a e.l.f. fluffy brush to set down that concealer, make it nice and smooth and ready for shadows. Into the Modern Renaissance palette, we're going to take Golden Ochre on a Morphe M510 brush and put that in the crease. This brush is really nice and fluffy and natural haired, so everything diffuses really nicely, looks very natural. Alright, going into Burnt Orange, I had the bunny on the wrong picture. We are going to take the Sigma E35, which is a more concentrated and dense brush, and put that in the crease. A little bit lower and less diffused than the previous color. Hopping over to the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, we're going to take this nice brown color on a Morphe E22 and kind of blend that out in the crease a lot lower than what the two previous colors have been. I like this nice and concentrated, and I kind of bring it in to about maybe the outer third of the eye, create some depth. Grabbing this brown over here, we're going to put that on the very outer third. As we grab colors, we're going to get less and less coverage. We're going to pull them deeper into the eye. So here is concentrated onto the outer third. And now going into MAC Soft Brown, I took an e.l.f. smudge brush and put that over the inner 2/3 just to have like a nice base color. I would not recommend this brush at all, but I could not find my normal packing brushes. Hopping into Salted Caramel by Too Faced, we're going to take that Morphe M441 and blend those corners and the crease so everything looks nice and diffused and not like sharp line. Now using ColourPop Mittens with the Morphe B39 brush, we're going to put it on the very outer third of the eye, the outer V, and create some nice depth there. These are kind of hard to work with. They're more of like a, I don't even know how to describe it, smushy texture. So I took some Cypress Umber by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I went right over what I did with Mittens. They're about the same color, but the Anastasia one works a little bit better. Now using ColourPop Waddles, I switched to my middle finger and put that right over where the MAC Soft Brown was. I liked this a little more because it had a little lighter color and some more texture. Like this one has a little bit of shimmer in it, and I liked that. I didn't want a fully matte eye. Now using the Stila eyeliner in black, I'm just going to do a really simple wing out of camera. I totally jumped out of frame there. Oh well, what's new? Alright, next I'm going to take a makeup wipe, doesn't matter what kind, and just clean up the edges and sharpen those wings, sharp enough to cut a bitch. Now I'm going to take the Lush moisturizer called Magical Moringa, something like that, and rub that all over my face as a primer. It's really mattifying. I don't like it as a moisturizer, but I do like it as a primer. It gives that foundation something to hold on to. Now using the Kogan Dough Aqua Foundation, I'm just going to pat that in with my Morphe Beauty Sponge. I'm remembering to bring it all the way down on my neck and a little bit on my chest because I'm going to wear a V-neck later in the day. So it's really important to blend that out. You don't want like any harsh lines that make it super obvious that you're wearing foundation. Now using Tarte Shape Tape, I'm going to do my concealer and highlighting under the eye, on the forehead, down the nose, and then I like to use it on my jaw just to kind of, it's not really contouring, it's like the opposite of contouring. There's a name for it, I just can't remember at the moment. Now I'm going to take the RCMA No Color Powder and just pack that in where I just put the concealer and bake the under eye, if you will. Now I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz to fill in my brows and I don't know, sculpt them, I guess. And then the Maybelline Brow Drama to set. I'm just wiping that off with any fluffy brush, doesn't really matter. Now I'm using the Giorgio Armani Foundation Powder to set all the areas that were not set with the RCMA No Color Powder. This is a really fine powder and it does not leave you with a cake face. I love it. Then with the Marc Jacobs Coconut Bronzer, I'm just going to bronze in that 3 shape around the face and down the neck a little bit. Make sure that color is consistent. And then with the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder in medium, I took a little more dense and precise brush to contour with. Now back in with the RCMA No Color Powder, I'm just going to clean up that contour and let that sit for a minute. Kind of creating that shape I want, making it really nice and sharp. And while that is baking, I'm going to take Cypress Umber from Anastasia Beverly Hills and just do the lower lash line, about the outer 2/3. Oh, now we're going to sing along, okay. And now I'm just taking a fluffier brush and blending that out so it doesn't look like middle school eyeliner. Now I'm just going to highlight my inner corners and my brow bone with a light shimmer shade from the Kathleen Lights x Morphe palette. And then using Tarte Blush Exposed Blush, I'm going to throw that on with a Real Techniques brush. And then the all-time classic Champagne Pop, we're going to highlight with that in our Morphe M510. And then we're going to pop on some Ardell Wispies. And then I totally forgot to put mascara on before, so now I'm throwing it on afterwards. Helps your eyelashes blend. And this red lip is my total new favorite. This is what I wanted the look to be centered around. It is the Kylie Cosmetics Mary Jo K. And I am in love. Perfect blue toned red. I love it. And I love you. Don't forget to subscribe and thank you for watching.